Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And cross-continent at 1.21 gigawatts. 88 miles per hour. It's Scotty at SiriusXM Liquid Metal. It is Michael J. Fox Studios in Beverly Hills, California. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Devils capitalize on our opportunities and beat the Caps.
Pun intended.
Yes.
Wow.
Trying to be a little punny. Capitalize 3-2 victory in D.C. tonight, smacking the Alexander Ovechkin-less team.
Yes, that is true. There is no Ovechkin on this team right now. Because if you didn't hear, by the way, and what's up, everybody? I'm Scotty, Sam, Devils After Dark. How we all doing on Instagram and YouTube? I see everyone piling in over here. Facebook, X, everywhere else. Did you see this, Sam Wu, before you disappear into the into Mrs. Wu's Pleasure Palace over there? Did you see that Ovechkin got hurt on November the 18th?
Yes.
And do you know why that day is significant in the laurels of DC sports history?
Huh.
Well, let me tell you. Because one former quarterback snapped his leg in half on the 20-yard line on November the 18th, one Joe Theismann. Another quarterback for the then Redskins broke his leg on the 20-yard line, also against the Giants, both games on November the 18th, one Alex Smith, and Alex Ovechkin fractures his fibula on November the 18th. You gonna Google check me there?
Well, yeah, and I think wasn't there the shot that was heard around the world when the Bolsheviks, I don't know, overtook some world history? I don't know.
The Bolsheviks? The
I
wrestling
don't know.
tag team?
No, I'm talking about.
They never won the belts. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Russian history.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh boy.
November.
Hey,
18th.
look at this. November 18th. Look it up. Joe Theismann against the Giants. That was Lawrence Taylor.
Oh. Abraham
Then
Lincoln. The Gettysburg Address also happened on November 18th.
I did not know that. Well, not really to do. Well, I guess that is No, that was in Gettysburg, right? The Gettysburg Address. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
well, sticking with the DC sports theme here, Sam's just looking up everything that happened in the history of the world on November the 18th. I was just going with the irony that it's, three very important people to their DC sports franchises, and they all broke their leg on the same damn day.
Oh, I wasn't trying to. Oh, now I get what you're trying to say. I wasn't connecting the dots right there.
Wow. Sam Wu.
And maybe next year, the Commanders' QB will snap his leg as well.
Oh, no, don't say that. Jeez. Good golly.
I'm just kidding around.
I'm sorry I ever brought up this topic. Let's move on.
I was trying to connect it to a Joshua Harris team,
Oh boy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, you see. I don't screw around.
Well, I'm glad at least this didn't, because the both Redskins games were against the Giants. So I'm glad that that would have been crazy if it was like, the Devils or one of those other New York teams that it happened to against Ovechkin. That would be wild. But either way, yes, Brian, thank you for the super chat. Woo!
That's Wimpy.
666.
His name is Wimpy.
Oh, that's the Wimpy with the super chat of the beast right there.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted I wanted to make it 666. Oh, okay. Feel free to do that. I have no problem with that. 666, the super chat of the beast. All right. I'm not going to get any Bruce Dickinson vocals going over here. There's a reason why I play the drums and I stay away from the lead microphone. But either way, let's talk about this game tonight. Number 23 on the season, on the road, down there in D.C. against the Washington Capitals.
Oh,
and
timeout. This Happy Devils game recap is brought to you by AJ Visco. Yes, the law offices of AJ Visco. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, thank you, AJ.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
There's a $9.99 coming through. $9.99. Way to go, AJ. Thank you very much. And thank you, Brian, as well. Winning makes me generous. I see that. Very nice. Very nice. Well, we always thank you for all your contributions to this show. As we always say, yeah, Sam, put on the neck brace there, Sam. Sam could go straight Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I'm just trying to get the compensation I deserve right now. So
yes.
My neck's not feeling well, and I'm hoping that the law offices of AJ Visco will help me get the compensation I deserve.
Yes. Yes. That's where we're going right there. Keep that neck brace on. We got some funny going to be coming your way, everybody, in a little bit. But game 23. By the way, thank you to Sam Wu for filling in on Devils After Dark the other day. With a great win against a divisional opponent there, the Carolina Hurricanes. Jack Hughes with the assist seen around the world, throwing that one to Stefan Nason. So now the boys are back. Let's see how they can follow up that big win. We got Dougie Hamilton, heating up. And another 4-point game here for the Devils in the division. So the game started out with the Devils actually keeping the Caps pinned into their zone for like the first 2 minutes of the game. Devils were able to get a line change going. Dawson Mercer had this really nice wraparound attempt on the backhand, but that was stopped by Lindgren. And then we see what we have been seeing a lot of this year. Luke Hughes playing good defense. Uses his speed and a stick to get back and break up a potential odd man rush, which Bryce Salvador, I think, on the game pointed out at that point that, believe it or not, the Caps. Remember last year we was talking about how slow, because they're an older team, how slow the Capitals are. The Caps are the number one team in the league scoring off the rush. So you never know. But either way, Devils get a power play after that. Then it quickly turns to a 4-on-4, and then a 17, 18-second penalty kill, which all of them checked off for. Then Pesce gets taken down by Dubois, but no penalty along the boards. And Pesce ends up losing his stick. This is Brett. What am I funny? Am I a clown to you? Pesce, of course. So what hockey sense Brett Pesce has over here? Because he looks back and he sees the play and he realizes he's got enough time to go grab his stick and get back into the play and make an impact. And if he hesitated a split second, the Capitals would have scored a goal. Okay, so Pesce gets basically tripped down by Dubois. They're both looking at the ref, no call. Okay, so now Dubois comes out. As Pesce's going to get a stick, Dubois comes around the other side of the net, parks himself right in front. There's a shot, and he's there for a rebound, and he's going for an easy just put around Jake Allen. Jake is sprawling there. There's really nothing that he can do on that. So he's about to go around his leg and put it in the back of the net, and there's Brett Pesce, wham, getting the stick down just in time. This is like superhero, we need to hold on, to the very last second type of deal, and then boom. Batman comes and saves the day. Well, that was Brett Pesce over there. Gets his stick down and knocks the puck away from Dubois and saves a goal right there in the first period. And then after that, the Capitals did get on the board. I got to look up I don't have my app open. it closed out so I could get the old time and everything for you. But the Capitals did get on the board with Roy, defenseman, shot from the point that when you first saw it, it did not look like anything crazy. You're like, why? What happened? How did Jake Allen miss that? Then you go back and you watch the replay and you realize that the puck deflected off of Nolan Foote, who, by the way, made his season debut. I forgot to mention that. Deflects off of Nolan Foote's glove and then changes direction up. And that's how it fluttered over the top of Jake Allen's glove. So at first, it just looked like a harmless little shot towards the net. Not really too many people in front. You're like, Jake's got that. He'll eat that up. And it's in the back of the net. But on the replay, you see where that deflection happened over there. So that was Matt Roy, who got his, what is that? That is his first of the year defenseman from Sandine and LaPierre at 13:52 of the first period. And it's not long after that that the Devils get themselves a power play. And what a power play this was, which the Devils special teams they've been fantastic. And this power play for the first, what was it, like minute 30, minute 31, or minute 32 of the power play, PP1 kept the Caps pinned into their zone. The original faceoff came out because I think Brendan Dillon went in. You know, little shenanigans were going on, and Brendan Dillon's not a man to stand around. He's going to go in there and take care of action. Dillon! You son of a bitch. It's Predator, by the way. You should know that by now. But either way, face-off out of the zone, Devils immediately in, and keep the Caps there for a minute 31. The PP1, I think, got 5 or 6 shots on goal. It was 7 total. So I'm not sure if it was 5 or 6 shots on goal during that minute 31 span. Really good work by PP1, just moving the puck around. And then after the one stoppage, you get power play unit number 2 out there, and they are doing some magic as well. We got Timo Meyer, who's crossing back around, out around the blue line there. He kind of drops the puck for Luke Hughes, who changes positions with him. So now Timo's at the point, Luke's over on the wing, and he puts a pass on the money through traffic, right through Van Riemsdyk's legs to Eric Haula, who's breaking to the side of the net. He gets the shot on goal. It gets by Lindgren, and then it's just literally sitting on the goal line. It just must have been just like spinning, you know, and like right there. Haula goes to try to get a stick on it. His stick gets tied up, but Tuna's on the other side of the net. It's 2-time for Thomas Tatar. He gets the PPG power play goal, putting it home for the Devils to tie it up 1-1 at 16:31 of the first period. Haula and Luke get the assist on that goal. So really good one right there for the Devils to because they played very well in the first period. And then, you know, that fluky goal by the Caps, but the Devils answered back. All right, now we're going to move into the second over here. And the man we were just mentioning, he's going to make another impact on this game, and that is Brendan Dillon. Dillon! You son of a bitch. He gets his first goal as a New Jersey Devil, coming from Thomas Tatar, who had himself a game tonight. Paul Cotter, by the way, I forgot to mention this, was put down on the fourth line, which really evened out those lines. When you have Nolan Foote there on the third, though I don't know if that lasted the entire game, but either way, for the majority of the game, Paul Cotter was down on that fourth line. Paul Cotter, Tom Tatar, and Dowling. Not bad. Had themselves quite a good game over here. So Brendan Dillon with a long-range shot, and much like the Roy goal, where it looked pretty much harmless, this one was deflected by John Carlson of the Caps. Off of his stick, changed direction, and goes past Lindgren. And then after that, we had Kovechkin dropping the gloves there. Nice little scrap, couple punches in. Kovechkin took a big one at that. Those got to watch themselves when these fights are ending. Don't let up. There's, McDermott the other day, Brendan Dillon as well in that Florida series. It's like right at the very end. It's okay. It's okay. Keep it going. But old Kovechkin did himself a good job over there. Throwing down and having a good time. Nice little scrap happening. So we get a fight, and then we get Jesper Bratt coming in there and drawing a tripping penalty. And so the Devils go back onto the power play. And I'm sorry. Yes, okay, all right, I just got it in my ear. Some breaking news because we are going to go to the Let's Go Devils podcast studios for this in-game update. This Devils After Dark update with the king of the football calls himself, Sam by God. Woo!
This game update is brought to you by Crew Brew. Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Devils, Capitals, in our nation's capital. Devils driving down the ice at the 15-yard line of Washington. Heischer snaps the puck to Bratt. Bratt back to pass. He throws on a slant to Dougie Hamilton to the 5, 10, back to the 5. Touchdown Devils! Touchdown Devils! Mama's cooking Dougie cutlets. He spikes the puck in the end zone. Are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
That's how long a stride Dougie Hamilton has. Sometimes he goes forward 5 yards and back 5 yards, and you don't even realize it.
Don't even realize it, let me tell you.
Don't even realize it. Wow. What a football call from the king himself. And by the way, this getup, I'm thinking this is like the new torture device for Jigsaw in one of the Saw movies. Around your neck this way, and then squeeze the top of your head in the helmet, so then you just shoot out through the middle there.
Yeah, you get more super chats that way. They'll start feeling bad. They'll start feeling bad. Once I get that settlement money from the law offices of AJ Visco, things will be good.
Oh, man. What a football call from the king himself, Sam by God Woo. So, yeah, right off of the face-off draw, Nico's there taking the face-off. The puck goes right to Jesper Bratt, gives it to Dougie, and boom! And you know what? Dougie kind of faked him out too, because if you were watching the game, if you saw the replay, it looked like Lindgren was. It was almost like a soccer game when they go to shootouts. The goalie's trying to guess which way. It really looked like Lindgren was guessing glove hand, and then the puck went over his blocker side shoulder. So good move there by Mr. Dougie Hamilton, putting it home for his third goal of the year, a PPG. 3-1 Devils at 15:42 of the third. Jesper Bratt gets the primary, his 18th, and the captain, Nico Heischer, gets his 11th. And then after that, you know what? Near the end, man, Nico Heischer, he's a nice guy. But Big Michael was kind of pissing him off there. And I like seeing Nico, show a little angry every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We know you're still a nice guy. Don't worry, Nico. But I like him getting in there and mixing it up a little bit more. Notice the team was fired up about it too. Good stuff over there from the captain. We move over into the third period. And we had, that was right off the bat too. At 4:54, the Caps get a little closer here with a power play goal of their own from Connor McMichael, who was, getting under the skin there of the captain, like we were talking about at the end of the second. But this was also kind of a controversial goal, as Johnny Kovacevic, oh man, he got taken down, like right in front of the net by Tom Wilson, which seemed to be an interference penalty over there. And once again, the refs didn't call it. Now, as Danica was saying, the Devils had 3 power plays in a row, and, so Washington got one. But that was a pretty egregious call that kind of just let slide. Whatever. NHL officiating. But a power play goal from McMichael, his 13th unassisted at 4:54. And then we know the Girl Scout troops weren't in town because Jake the Snake was in D.C. and he started putting on a show that our man Sam Wu would have been screaming about from the upper rafters of the arena down there in the nation's capital. Jake Allen makes the save of the game with a partial 2-on-1. John Carlson starting to jump into the play now. Washington starting to throw everything they have. We don't have that grade 8 sitting in that face-off circle on the power play, waiting to boomstick a shot. What's up, Bruce Campbell? You got to push a little more. So John Carlson jumps into the play here. They got like a partial 2-on-1. The Devils are like sort of back. It was a very quick developing play, but Carlson puts a great backhand pass across to Mangiapane, and Jake the Snake read this one all the way because he was already slithering to the other side with his leg down on the ice, and Mangiapane can't get it over that leg. And Jake Allen makes a beauty of a save to keep this game at 3-2. Not too long after that, there was a good feed by the Capitals. I don't know who was delivering the pass. It got to Dubois. But here's the thing. The Capitals were going behind the net, and then one of those passes out the near side. Not going all the way around. You fake like you're going all the way around, but you pass out the near side. And it went through the first Caps forward, and then it got to Dubois. So it was kind of a tricky play right there, and Jake Allen was there to eat that one up too. Saving the game for these Devils. And then Tuna, he had an interception. Old Tatar at the blue line, but Charlie Lindgren stopped him on that breakaway. The Capitals had a delay of game penalty there near the end, putting the puck over the ice, over the boards. And, Devils power play, they didn't score, but they held the Capitals off for the remainder of the game to win another divisional matchup over here. 3-2 down in D.C. Shots on goal for the Devils, 13, 11, 9 for a total of 33. The Caps, 3 in the first period. That's what we were talking about. When the Caps scored first on that fluky goal, it was very important for the Devils to score before the first ended, just to feel good about how well they played in that first period. Well, the Caps had a good second. Caps 3, 12, 10 for a total of 25. Devils won in the face-off circle, 29 wins to the Caps 24. Devils were 2 for 5 on the power play. Caps 1 for 2. Devils only 14 hits tonight to the Caps 18, which is odd because both these teams have, this year the Devils, in recent years the Capitals have been hitting machines. So it's kind of odd to see that number down there. Devils had 28 block shots tonight. Oh, Brett Pesce. You, sir, can block some shots. It's been noticeable since he's been back in the lineup. And that one, I know I wasn't here the one in Carolina where he busted his stick and then he got his stick from Dawson Mercer on the power play. I'm so glad Luke and look at that. Luke Hughes is playing good defense as well. Now that he's paired up with Brett Pesce. Devils only 11 giveaways, which is nice. Again, big victory here. 2 this week when we know they had a bunch of time off here previous. So 2 good solid wins in the division for the Devils. Those are 4-point games there, ladies and gentlemen. And would love to hear what you think about it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and X and wherever the hell you might be listening right now. We gotta check in with our man Sam Wu over here. Not only Sam had himself a hell of a Sam salad today, by the way, and he
don't mention it.
He
do not mention it. I brought home the dessert.
Sam was a smart Sam today, and he got ahead of the game, and he hooked up Mrs. Wu with a delicious dessert today.
Apple turnover.
But it's the apple turnover.
It's the
wins
best.
The day.
It's the best type of dessert because if you get cut off on Route 287, and if it flips over, she won't notice.
It's still all good. It's still all good. Sam was anyone from New Jersey probably knows. Sam was at the Harold's Deli today. So, if you've ever been there, I haven't. Dude, the first time I ever went there was it was the day that I was getting my first drum set, and before we went to pick it up, my dad's like, "Oh, we're gonna go over here," and I'm like, "Well, it's a deli. Who cares?" He's like, you'll see." And then I walked in there and saw those cheesecakes that are this high and the chocolate cakes they have and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
what is this place? This is amazing."
Yeah. So I had a gigantic salad.
Yes,
it was so big.
Salad.
Yeah.
You don't have to bust yourself here, Sam. Come on. You had your salad.
Yeah.
They have the regular salad, at Harold's Deli.
Carrots.
Carrots? Yeah.
Cauliflower.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, yeah, if you've never been, I've been just sitting here thinking of some of those sandwiches that they would have there, like those corned beef sandwiches and
well, first they start you off with the pickle bar. If you remember the pickle bar.
Yes, the pickle bar. Yeah. Oh, man.
I actually had 2 pickles at the pickle bar.
How can you not?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
You can have a couple pickles.
Yeah.
But that's a great place. Anyone in Jersey who's been there, you know what we're talking about. Anyone who's in Jersey and you haven't been, go look it up. It's definitely worth the trip.
It's an American classic. Yes.
Definitely. But what did you think of this game tonight, Sam Wu? Devils had a very strong first period. The Caps really rebounded in the second, but they were able to hold them off with some new line combinations as well.
Hey, you know what? This was a 5-point game. Shorts guy always talks about the 4-point game. When it's a metropolitan division game, I say it's a 5-point game. The 2-2, they lose, we win, but then there's the tiebreaker. So I think this is a 5-point game. Solid victory, solid 2 points over the Washington Capitals. You had to win this game because you have to take advantage of the fact that Alexander Ovechkin is down. And this is the time to kind of pile the points on. But I think Washington, still competitive, but I think the Devils need to start pulling ahead a little bit in the standings over Washington.
Okay.
Washington was kind of that surprise team who gave a lackluster effort against the New York Rangers during the playoffs last season. Basically, they just were bodies out there while the Rangers swept them 4-0 in that series. But they were really had gotten out to a hot start. But I think there's going to be a market correction right now for the Washington Capitals. Devils are rising. With the exception of that Tampa Bay Lightning game, which you really couldn't fault them on. I mean, Tampa is a good team. They're rising, the New Jersey Devils. And then you're going into next week. That Monday game, I believe, is against the Nashville Predators, right? Is that against Nashville? I think it is. And then the St. Louis Blues on that infamous Wednesday before Thanksgiving, which will be chicken tender night at American Whiskey, will be there. Yeah, sangria and chicken tender night at American Whiskey. I'll have to tell Frank the Tank that. Be like, what? You haven't been here in weeks. But we'll get it
By
done.
the way, Sam, I forgot to mention this, and thank you, Max, for pointing it off. This was Jake the Snake's 200th career win.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the Girl Scouts in D.C. were not happy.
Oh, I mean, they're really pissed off in Vegas, but you know.
Screw them. We'll see them on March 2nd when we invade that arena. After I have a couple lobster tails outside of somewhere in Vegas.
All right.
That's my goal, is to hit those lobster tails.
Okay. We'll get that too. Yeah. Matt Freudenberger over here. I really like Downling's game as a fourth line center. Unfortunately, he's been unlucky finding the back of the net. A couple of posts last few games. He's a pretty good playmaker. Remember when we were talking about this? Remember just a few games ago, everyone wanted to go out and make a trade or pick someone up or something like that. We have plenty of reserves down there for fourth line type of stuff. So moving Cotter around really had an impact on that fourth line. Because now you got Tatar and Cotter on there, who we know Tatar has struggled. You know, he creates, but, you know, sometimes he doesn't always finish. So,
yeah.
But he still creates a lot of stuff. With Paul Cotter there, hey, where are you running away, Sam Wu? Sam Wu's running away from us. But moving that fourth line down there, Cotter to that fourth line, really paid dividends. But you have a couple guys like that can play up and down with Nason, Halla, Cotter. Lazar, but obviously he's injured. So that versatility there is going to go a long way. Brian agrees with the woo that the Capitals are going to kind of like even out. Well, that Ovechkin, I mean, he was really kind of carrying that team unexpectedly. I mean, he is the grade 8 and all, but he's he's up there in age. He's got a number of seasons on him. Without him,
old.
Yeah. Without him, that's a different team over there. Oh, and Utica. Look at that. Utica won 2 in a row. Final score 3-2 NWO Wolfpack. Sam, some people are calling this the greatest football call of all time.
I'm not sure about that. I thought after Game 7 against the New York Rangers.
The old Yeller call is kind of hard to top there.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, even I thought the Jimmy Hoffa call was pretty decent as well. If you want to go back in time in history, of all the football calls.
Oh, man. But yeah, this is a good win by the Devils. I gotta look real quick here. What are we? Where's the standings here? So the Devils are sitting in first right now, but obviously they got 23 games played.
That doesn't matter. No, don't just. Who cares? Because sometimes the Rangers in years past would have like four or five games, played ahead of everybody else, and everybody called them the first place Rangers. I'll take it.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine. I'm just saying we've played the most. Oh no, Pittsburgh actually has 23 games as well. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, we get hosed by the NHL schedulers, so you know what?
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll just take first place.
But yeah, I mean, right now Devils are sitting in first there with 30 points. They jumped over Washington and Carolina, 14-7-2. That's a pretty damn good record. I'll take that.
Oh, it's a very nice record.
I'm totally fine with that. Remember we talked about this team starting slow. We have to do the check-in every 10 games or so. Devils sitting at 14-7-2. Let me see, 79. They got a plus 19 goal differential. They turned around the home record a little bit. They're 5-3-2. Remember, for a while though, they were like 1-3-2, right? Yeah. They only had like the win technically at home, but it was over in the Czech Republic or Czechia or whatever it's called.
Well, I have an idea.
9-4 on the road. 9-4 on the road, Sam Wu.
I have an idea how we get better at home.
What's that?
Since the moms have been along this little trip, run, I think the moms should be at every single home game.
Okay.
To make sure those boys are doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's what I say.
Okay. I think another big point, Devils' goal against is only at 60. I don't even have a clue where it was at after 23 games last year, but I don't think it was 60.
I think we were at 154.
I think we were already in triple digits by then.
Save percentage was 0.68.
A cool 700,
Yeah. And there's other stupid stats, I don't know.
Woo! And the Devils, again, they are going to get crushed with this next run of games. Where the 4 next week, I think? Yep. I think there's 4 next week. And then, so it's like 7 within 2 weeks. I can't remember what it is. It's a lot. But there's 4 next week. Then I think they play Monday, Friday the following week. And it's tough, too. It's not like...
Let's get to the schedule.
I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so we got Nashville on Monday. We got the Blues on Wednesday. We got the Red Wings on Friday. Oh, look at this. Another back-to-back. Wonderful. Then we got the Caps again next Saturday. And then, let me go this way over here to December. Oh, no, wait. Was that right? Was I in October? No, that's December. Yeah, right. That's November. Yep. And then we got the Rangers on Monday the 2nd, which is going to be a killer game. Then they're off to Friday. And then after that, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got another 7 like that. They got 4 the week of the 8th with Colorado, Toronto, LA, Chicago. They're all home games. But 3 of those teams there. Oof. Then St. Louis, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. Man.
And then you got that 1 p.m. Devils Rangers on the 23rd, which should be switched to 7 p.m.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It still says 10 a.m. in my...
Yeah, so I'm expecting...
I got to work that day, actually. I'm off on... Yeah. Why are they having it at 1 p.m.?
I've been protesting this since the schedule came out. I don't even know who I should go to. I'm about to call PSE&G and be like, look, around 1 o'clock, pull the power from the building. Delay the start. Delay. And then maybe turn on the power by 6:30. Remember that transformer that blew during preseason a couple years ago?
That was all you?
That's what we needed.
Oh, okay.
That's what we need.
Sam
I'm still mad. I'm still mad because you know what's going to happen, Scotty? A lot of us can't get out of work that day, right? And it's going to be full of Rangers fans, and all the Rangers fans are going to be like, "Oh, let's go Rangers! We saw your old building, but somehow we could get tickets, and we have no jobs, so we have the time to go."
Right. I don't want to devote any time to Ranger fans on this podcast. So.
Oh, I know, but I'm stating a fact here. But I don't like that 1 p.m. start.
Supernova is saying call the commissioner. So someone get Bettman on the phone. Get me Bettman's stat.
We got to have flex scheduling. Make it 7 p.m. Eastern. You've got the Happy Festivus podcast at 5 p.m. Eastern at American Whiskey going into a 7 p.m. Eastern game on December 23rd against the New York Rangers. It's going to be a Christmas massacre, you folks. But no, we got to have it in the afternoon when nobody can get off, or at least me and Scotty.
We'll see. I think they should change that because I don't know if it's some sort of holiday thing or something, but yeah, a lot of people don't have off from work that day. So
yeah,
they should definitely change that to a regular 7 p.m. start time, unless it's something for the players so they can be off on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a little mischief here. Okay? We should have a campaign one day calling 1-800-NJ-DEVIL. Have everybody call, flood the phone lines. That will fire the first shot. Everyone start complaining about that 1 p.m. start. Somewhere, I'm going to have to find Joshua Harris's helicopter and private plane and somehow slip a telegram somewhere on his plane seat. Change it from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m.
I think they should change it. I hope they come to their senses. But I'm going to guess that it's probably something about allowing the players to have time to travel back, to spend time with their families over the holidays. They should just be like, the NBA and NFL.
Yeah, but everybody else has 7 p.m. that day. Everybody else has 7 p.m. that day. What makes the Devils so special to have a 1 p.m.? Jerks.
Yeah. Well, especially, too, because it's the Devils and the Rangers, so they're not really traveling that far. But either way, let's wrap this bad boy up. It's getting pretty late over there. It's going to be Sammy's sleepy time soon.
No, I'm already fired up.
Oh, now he's fired up.
Yeah, this 1 p.m.
I got him going.
Yeah.
I got him going on the 1 p.m. mess.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Well, hell of a win by this New Jersey Devils team. And now we get right back at it. We got 1 day off tomorrow. So probably not a lot of practice. I hope they got some good practices in on those 3 or 4 days off because here they go again, probably with not a lot of time to practice. And on Monday, they're back at it against the Predators. So, yeah, man. The old Nashville Predators. Oh, I forgot. Is that in Nashville or is that... No, that's at home. Okay, cool. Well, at least that's at home there. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow for the big show. Myself, Shorts Guy, Beer Baron, Sam Wu, all along for the Let's Go Devils podcast. Don't forget about Pucks and Pitchforks. And Sam, tell everybody again about your new podcast with Bruce.
Yes, it's called At the Point. Every Tuesday and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, talking NHL, talking hockey, and a little bit of Devils hockey talk in the end there for good measure. That's At the Point. And also go to joinourcrew.com. Yes, joinourcrew.com for the latest of where the podcast will be. Turn it to you, Scotty.
And the Hockey on Tap podcast as well.
Yes.
Give them a listen also. All here on the Let's Go Devils Podcast Network. We got to get out of here. Sam Wu, I'll talk to you soon. Say your goodbyes.
Till next time, let's go Devils.